Hi there, my name is Olutoyin Williams of olutoyinwilliams.com, HR career coach and author. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to be responding to the question, how do I get started in human resources as a beginner? If this is the first time that you're joining me, welcome on board. I'm really pleased to have you watch this video. This channel is dedicated to supporting human resource professionals with the required knowledge and insights to have a fulfilling career in human resources. So if you're in HR or you're considering a career in HR, this is the channel to watch. Let me give you a little bit about my background. My name is Olutoyin Williams. I am an HR professional. I have been in human resources for over 15 years and I have worked in over 7 sectors. Yes, I've moved around a lot. And that is because when I started off my career, I envisioned that by the time I'm 40, which I am, I would love to be in a position to provide support to other HR professionals, but I needed to have gone round a bit to be able to provide guidance to them. So I am doing exactly what I thought I would be doing by now. So welcome to my channel. You're in good hands. I would provide you all of the advice that you require. If you need specific advice, please don't forget to subscribe and comment below with that specific advice. I'll be happy to reach out to you. And during the course of this video, I would be sharing a special invitation that I have for you. So just hang tight, okay? Now, this video is dedicated to responding to that question, how do I find myself or how do I find a career path in human resources as a beginner? A couple of days ago, I was referred to speak to a young lady whom we will call Nancy by another of my coaching clients who I had supported a couple of years ago. So Nancy reached out to me and I got her to book a 30-minute clarity session where we then had the following conversation. So let me give you Nancy's story. So Nancy's story is that she is currently studying nursing, a certification in nursing. But as she went along, she decided she wasn't as interested in nursing and would like to try out other courses. So she started to try out online courses. She's done something in copywriting. She's done something in social media management. And then she found human resources and took a course on Coursera on human resources. Well done, Coursera. She took a course on human resources. Now, when she finished the course, she realized that she was so interested and excited about the possibility of helping to manage people at work. So she needed to find some guidance as to how she can then switch from nursing to human resources and what's the best way to go about that in the shortest possible time. So my coaching client then referred her to me and we had the following conversation, which I'll give you the gist of it. Now, in the course of my conversation with her, I wanted to understand how old she was. She confirmed that she was 21 years old. Where exactly she was with her career or with her prospects for the future. She confirmed that she was doing a certification in nursing at the moment, which would then lead into doing a full-on degree in nursing. And she confirmed that she was slightly worried that over the next 5 years, when she will be taking her nursing degree, she wanted to be able to earn, definitely online if possible, and possibly get into another career path, which is HR. And then we had a very interesting conversation. So I started off by helping her to first understand what was the prospect, what was her initial thought process when she reached out for nursing. And then she confirmed that she had initially wanted to study medicine. And maybe because she wasn't able to get in due to her results and things like that, she then decided to go into nursing, which mostly happens when you want to study medicine, but you can't get in. You then find other degrees or other related courses to take, which was not bad. I then said to her, so have you gotten a good understanding of the prospects of having a degree in nursing and the subsequent career that you could get? And she wasn't able to give a satisfactory answer, meaning she hadn't done enough research. So I prodded further to understand if the choice of nursing was as a result of family pressure or her parents that had said, okay, you know what, you need to go do something in medicine. We still have that. Yes, we do. But then she said, no, it was just something that she was interested in because she had studied science subjects in her O-levels, which was great. So now, why the interest in human resources? And then she narrated to me how she had gone into this phase where she was thinking of how she could earn money online. And she was looking for, a skill that could help her to earn money online. She had looked at coding or looked at data management. She had looked at copywriting, she had looked at social media management, but she wasn't very keen on it. And this was when the conversation took a really interesting turn. So we looked at what she had done in HR so far. She had taken a course on Coursera, which was great. But then what's the next step? Would anyone help you to get a job or give you a job on the basis of you having taken a course on Coursera? So I started to speak to her using the GROW coaching model, where you have your G that stands for your goals, R that stands for your reality, O that stands for your options, and then W that stands for the will to do it. So in looking at it, we tried to clarify her goal. What really was her goal? How could she achieve her goal? And I helped her to understand that it's an interesting combination if you were a nurse, but then you were working as an HR person, because then imagine if you were an HR person with a nursing background working in an hospital or in a medical care facility. Obviously, your skills would be more valuable because you're then coming on having as a nursing skill and also an HR skill. At the end of the day, I really helped her to understand the fact that there are no right or wrong answers. It's really very dependent on what you want to do, where you are in life. Now, interestingly, she confirmed that she was 21. 21 years is a fantastic age to be able to sit down and plan your next 5 years, your next 10 years. So she and I did a rough plan of what our next 10 years should look like. And I did say to her, do a bit more research on the career prospects that would be open to you if you had a nursing certification or a nursing degree, and then you veered off into human resources. I think she would be a fantastic HR candidate in a hospital or in a medical care facility because she understands the job. She would understand the core of the business, which is medical care. And then she had the HR certification. But then she then said to me, but how could I earn in the shortest possible time as an HR person? Where can I get work? And that was a very interesting question. So this was my response to her. My response to her was that if you had an HR certification, so let's imagine that you're in an interview, you are the MD of a company, and you're looking to hire your HR support person. And there you have candidate number one, studied, let's say something like nursing, for example, studied nursing, went ahead to do a professional certification in human resources, right? And then is sitting before you and applying for a job. So that's candidate one. Candidate two, studied human resources, right? Has a professional certification in human resources and is sitting before you. Candidate three, did not study human resources, had some other related degree as a first choice of study. So maybe something like sociology or psychology along the social sciences. And then went on to do a master's in human resources and has a certification, a professional certification in human resources, and is now sitting down before you for an interview. And then you have you are doing only a certification in nursing and you have this course from Coursera on human resources. Who would you give the job to? Would it be candidate one? Would it be candidate two? Would it be candidate three? Or would it be candidate four? And she and I went through the qualifications of those candidates as I had shared above and realized that she would be in a disadvantageous position with only a course from Coursera. Yes, she would need to have sat down, done her plan, and either gone for a full-blown HR certification course from any of the certifying bodies. Now in Nigeria, there is CIPM. In the US, there is SHRM. There is HRCI. In the UK, there is CIPD. And there are other certifying bodies in Canada and in Australia. She would needed to have done that. And then she would be in a better position to get into maybe a postgraduate HR course in order to deepen her body of knowledge. It was very clear to her at the end of that conversation that Yes, she could have a desire to have a career in human resource, but her pathway into getting to human resource and being able to earn from human resource and work in companies where she would be able to get valuable experience was highly dependent on her ability to sit down and plan her route properly. So, where did we end the conversation? We ended the conversation by first defining the fact that even if she had an intersection of nursing and human resources, she would still be a great candidate for a medical care facility who was looking to hire an HR person. The course on Coursera was a great first step, introducing her to the basics of human resources, but the next best step would be for her to then look for a certification for many of the certifying bodies that I had mentioned above. The third thing would be for her to actually finish her nursing degree and then start to look for roles where she could begin to either do internships as an HR person and then get a little bit of exposure into nursing, so that by the time she combines those two routes and she's looked at maybe a span of 5 years, she would be able to work as an HR person in a nursing facility or a medical facility or in a hospital. She would have a fantastic mix of skills to be able to do the job. Check out how much value she would bring into the role. Now, going forward, what was the next step? The next step was she wanted to know, how can she earn money? And that veered into another fantastic conversation I'll share with you. Now, she's in school. She's looking at the next 5 years of education, and she was concerned with how she could earn money between now and when she finished school, separate from her career. So she said to me, she had taken a course on copywriting. She wasn't really interested. She had dabbled a bit into social media management. She wasn't so keen. And now she was thinking, yes, maybe HR is it. But we quickly, having gone through the earlier conversation, landed on the idea that yes, HR is a viable prospect for her, but HR needs to have a solid plan in order for her to be able to get a good job working as an HR person. Now, how can she earn money in the short term? She could earn money in the short term by following my advice. And the advice I gave her was very simple. If you look at the skills that are the skills of the future, definitely digital and technology skills rank the highest. I know for a fact that Google has a digital skills academy where you could learn digital skills, and I even think maybe for free. So I told her, go and check it out. Now, she had taken the course on copywriting and ran from it. I said to her, any business owner right now who is looking to make money online is definitely going to need copywriting skills. If they cannot get it by themselves, they're going to be willing to pay somebody for it. And that's where your skills come in. If you learn the basics of copywriting, continue to develop yourself and get better, you would be able to secure many clients who would be willing to give you remote job working as a copywriter. Same thing if you were a social media manager. There are so many businesses that are online now and are trying to position to win the market. They need somebody who has social media management skills, content creation skills, content moderation skills in order to be able to achieve their goal. Now, most business owners, they're not looking to get that skill themselves. It's a waste of their time. They are better off selling to the customer, but they need somebody who can do those skills and who would be able to do it at a price they can afford. So I said to her, you have to go back to that skill that she ran away from, which is copywriting. It's a skill that is highly in demand. Or she could look at social media management, or she could look at content generation, content moderation. If she takes a course on either of those options that we've talked about, she would have positioned herself to be able to manage other people's social media accounts, create content for them, provide moderation for them and guidance on how to build their social media. Even if she can't do something as detailed as social media strategy and things like that, there are so many businesses that would pay her just to continue to manage their social media accounts and do their DM responses. And that is a sort of remote jobs that can pay her comfortably, that she can combine with her studies and earn some money while schooling. At the end of the day, she felt really excited because now what we did was that we were able to craft a plan for how she can get into human resources, which was something she was keenly interested in. Although I did ask her to go and give it a second thought, why exactly do you want to do that? Especially for her, I mentioned to her that you had first started out with, wanting to do nursing, wanting to do medicine. Then you went into nursing. Now you've picked human resources, but you dabbled into copywriting, you dabbled into social media management. So that tells me that there's a bit of flux somewhere in there. But again, remember, she's 21. At 21, do I expect her to have a very good grasp of what she wants to do? Maybe, maybe not. Should she be penalized for not knowing what she wants to do at 21? Maybe, maybe not. In fact, that's a separate topic for another video entirely. How do you make choices? I think I really need to talk to us a bit about the process of making choices, the process of goal clarity, and the fact that sometimes we hold ourselves to this really high standard that we feel like, oh, we can't change our mind, we have to have made up our mind. Yes, a couple of people are able to make up their mind on things and they stick with it, but for the vast majority of us, we've pivoted several times over, and we are allowed to pivot. Okay, let's not get into that. Let's come back here. So with this young lady, I was able to support her to gain clarity as to what are the 10 things she needs to do to get into HR properly. Taking an online course is a fantastic first idea, but then what's the next thing she needs to do? Could she find a career path combining nursing and human resources and get a job? Absolutely yes, but she has to be very strategic around it. Second thing, how can she make money in the interim? Very clear. Develop digital marketing skills, either copywriting, either social media management, either content creation, either content generation. Those are the kind of skills that are high in demand and people will be willing to pay her for. And more importantly, she can do that while combining her studies. So I thought it would be great for us to share this because, again, a lot of people fall into that category where they're at the very early stages of their career. They're thinking, I'm interested in this, I'm interested in that. How can I synthesize all of that thoughts together and gain clarity? So here is the good news. Drum rolls, I am opening up my calendar for 30-minute free clarity sessions. Again, free, underscore and in bold, underlined. You're not obligated to pay. I'm not charging. I'm opening up my calendar for 30 minutes clarity conversations. I know that young lady, she's not the only one in that bucket. There are so many people, not just entry level getting into a career in human resources, but even people who have done 4 years, 5 years, even 7 years of HR experience, and they're at a point where they feel stuck. They are unsure of what their next step should be. I am available. I am interested. I am excited at the possibility of having a conversation with you. The caveat is, when I converse with you, we will share so that other people who don't have the courage to book the clarity sessions, even though they are free, because they are shy, because they have 1 or 2 things holding them back, they will be able to watch the video, they'll be able to learn from it. So take me up on that, message me below with just that word clarity, and I would reach out to you and share the link where you can book your 30 minutes free clarity session. I hope this session has been really impactful for you. I'll be more than happy to create more videos like this, responding directly to questions around HR career, growing the career, getting an HR role, passing interviews successfully. I am here for all of that. Thank you very much for watching this video. And please don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends so that they too can find the value in it. If you have specific questions, please comment them below. I'll look out for them and I'll be happy to either book a free clarity session for you or create a video that responds to that question. Till I come your way again, thank you and take care.